Dear students, see last time we completed the exercise numericals of lesson number 9, that is force and laws of motion. See, I want to give some more sums in practice that I will be giving in form of a worksheet. But before that, see, I would like to solve some of the problems as an additional exercise. So today we'll have one sort of revision for lesson number 9. Okay. Now see, let us say we take the first question. Let us say see, a 20 kg mass is to be acceleration of 2 meter per second square in a frictionless surface. Okay, so what is the force required? Now see, the force is equal to ma is known to us. Force is in Newton. Okay, now another example. See, a motorcycle of mass 200 kg, okay, moving on a with a uniform velocity of 20 meter per second, okay, sorry, 10 meter per second. Okay, it is given as a negative acceleration of minus 1.5 meter per second square. Okay, and it is stopped. See, we have to find out in how much time will it stop and what is the force acting. Okay, now see, the force we can easily find out. F is equal to ma 200 into, okay, so that will be 300. See, here the force is negative, that is a retarding force. Now we have to find out in how much time the vehicle will stop. So we use our formula V is equal to V0 plus 80. See, here the final velocity is 0. V0 is 10. Okay. Okay, you can divide this. Okay, that will be. So this is the time in which the vehicle will stop. Okay, now we take one more example. See, what is the acceleration produced by force of 20 Newton acting okay, we have to find out the acceleration. Now see, our equation F is equal to ma, a is equal to F upon m. See, here force is 20 Newton, mass is 5 kg. See, whenever we solve our sum, see, we have to write the data first. See, that will help us to recognize the question. Okay, and we can easily know what is given to us and what we have to find out. So acceleration will be 20 upon 5. That will be 4 meter per second square. Okay. Now the next question is how much force is required to accelerate (75 kg) mass by acceleration of 2 meter per second square. Now see, here mass is given, acceleration is 2 meter per second square. See, our equation is F is equal to ma, okay, that is 75 into 2, 150 meters. Okay, so this is how we can find out the value of the force when mass and acceleration is given. Okay, sometimes we have a comparison. Now the question says which will require more force. See, here we are given two objects. Okay, 2 kg mass have to accelerate it with 5 meter per second square, or 4 kg mass accelerated with 2 meter per second square. Okay, here we have to find out of these two in these two conditions which will require more force. Now see, we use the equation F is equal to F1 is m1 a1 2 into 5 10 and F2 is m2 a2. Okay, now we can see to accelerate 2 kg by 5 acceleration of 5 meter per second square will require more force. So we can write to accelerate require. Okay, so this is how we can say. Some comparison also is there. Now see the next question. Now see next question. See, a man pushes the box of mass 50 kg with a force of 80 Newton. Okay. Okay, what will be the acceleration? Is mass is made half. Okay. Now first we use the equation F is equal to ma. A is equal to F upon m. Okay. See, the force is 80 Newton, mass is 50 kg, acceleration is this. Now if the mass is halved, so it will become 25 kg. See, the force remains same. Okay. So okay, so if the mass become half, then naturally the acceleration will become double. So this is the question. Now see, two forces of 3 Newton and 4 Newton act at point O on a block of mass 5 kg. What will be the acceleration? Okay. Now here we see two forces are there, but they are at right angle to each other. Okay. So when more than one force act on a body, see, we have to find out the resultant force. Now here two forces are at right angle. How we can find out the resultant? See, we have studied the Pythagoras theorem. F dash is F1 square plus F2 square. Let us say this is F1, F2. Okay, so here the resultant force is 5 Newton. Now we use the equation F is equal to ma. A is F upon m. See, the resultant force is 5 Newton. Mass is also 5. So the acceleration produces. So acceleration produces 1 meter per second. See, what we see from this? See, more than one force act on a body. See, first we have to find out the resultant force. Then we have to use our equation F is equal to ma. Okay, so this is how we have to solve when more than one force acts on a body. Okay. See our next question. See, a motor car is moving of mass 1000 kg, moving with a velocity of 108 kilometer per hour, stops in 4 seconds. Okay, what will be the force acting on a, or that is a braking force, okay, or a retardation force. Now see, when we use the equation F is equal to ma, the velocity is in meter per second, but here it is given in kilometer per hour. See, as I told you, kilometer per hour into 10 upon 36 is meter per second. This is the equation we have to remember well. So here V0 now the car stops, so the final velocity is 0. See, the time is given as 4 seconds. Okay, so first you have to calculate the retardation. Okay, now see, the initial velocity is 30. Initial velocity is 30, time is given. Okay, now mass is 1000 kg, so F is equal to ma. See, this negative sign shows that is the retarding force. Okay, okay, so this is how we can solve. Now, sometimes the question may be given in terms of graph. Okay, now let us say we take an example based on this. Now see, a velocity time graph for a body is given. Okay, now see, mass of the ball is 20 gram. Okay, we have to find out the force acting on the ball. Okay, for a velocity time graph which is given like this. See, the velocity time graph is shown in figure. See, at t second, at t is equal to 0, the velocity is 0. At t is equal to 4 seconds, velocity is 20. So we have to find out the force acting on the ball. Now 20 upon 1000, that is the mass of the ball. Now the acceleration. Okay, now this is also called the slope of the graph. Okay, this is also called the slope of the velocity time graph. Okay, so here V2 minus V1 will be, okay, and T2 minus T1 will be 4 minus 0. Okay, so this is how we have obtained the value of acceleration. Now see our equation, F is equal to ma. Okay, we can write 2 upon 100. Acceleration is 5. See, the force acting is 0.1 Newton. Now, if the velocity time graph is given, we can find out the force. See, the slope of the velocity time graph gives the value of acceleration, and then we have to use equation F is equal to ma. Now, see our next question. See, the car of mass 1000 kg is brought from race 2. Okay, starting from rest, that is initial velocity is 0. Okay, 40 meter per second in distance of 80 meter. Okay, find out the force. Okay, calculate the force. Also, this is, see the resistive force. Of 100 Newton X. Okay, we have to find out the net force. Now see here, this is our external force that is produced because of the power engine, okay, and the resistive force of 100 Newton in the always in the opposite direction. Now first we have to calculate the external force. Now here we have to use F is equal to ma equation, but first we have to obtain the value of the acceleration. Now A is equal to, see our equation is D is V square minus V0 square upon 2D or 2A, sorry. D is V square minus V0 square upon 2A. See, I want A. V is given as 40. Okay, distance given is this. So it will be 1600 upon 160. Okay. Now, see F is equal to ma. Mass is given as 1000. Now, so our external force we have obtained is a 10,000 Newton now. Okay. See, this is a resistive force given. So what will be the net force? See the net force, see both force acts in a opposite direction. So we can say okay. So this is how we use the resistive force also if it is given. Now some more question. See here, so far we have taken the question which uses the equation F is equal to ma. Now we take some examples in which we have to use law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay. Now see in the theory part we discuss it. That is a total linear momentum. Okay. Total linear momentum in a system remain constant. See that we have to use here. Now let us say mass m1 is 2 kg, moves with the velocity of 5 meter per second. Mass m2, they move in the same direction. Okay, here v1 greater than v2, so that naturally there will be collision. Okay, after collision they move together. What will be final velocity? See, our final velocity will be system, that is m1 plus m2 together. Now see, by using law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay. Now see, initial momentum should be equal to final. Okay. Now see, initial momentum is m1 v1. Now the question says after collision they move together, so it will be a combined mass. Okay, and see the final velocity. Okay, let final velocity be v dash. Okay, final velocity be v dash. Okay. Now we substitute the values. M1 is 2, V1 is 5, M2 is 3. Okay, so the final velocity of the system is v dash. We obtain as 3.2 meter per second. Now, see, this is a question in which we have used the law of conservation of linear momentum. Now we take one more sum which uses the same phenomena. Okay, now see, a machine gun fires bullets of 600 bullets per minute. Mass of each bullet 20 gram. At a speed of 200 meter per second. Okay, what is the recoil force? Okay, what is the recoil force? The force which is required to keep it in the position. Now see, it is like this. Now see, the bullet is fired like this. See the force by Newton's third law. Now this will be the action, and the reaction in opposite direction. That also will be a force. That force is a recoil force. Now see, the force is equal to mass into acceleration. Okay, or here we terms. See the momentum. What is momentum unit? And momentum per unit time. Is a unit of force. So, or we call simple language dP by dt is force. But here it is given in a little bit different way. That's why I am talking about this. Now see, let us say n bullets are fired. There is 600 bullet per minute. 600 upon 60 bullet per second. So this is per second. Okay, mass. Generally we use the formula m and v. M is the mass, n is the number of bullets, and v is the velocity. Mass is 25 gram. N is number of bullets per second. Okay, and velocity is 200. Okay, now see, this n has a unit of 1 upon second. N has a unit of 1 upon second. Meter per second square, and this is mass. See, the meter per second square is acceleration, and multiply by mass is ma, will give the force. Okay, so this is how we can simply remember the formula. Okay, now see, 25 mass is given in gram, that you are converting the kg. 10 bullet per second, and the velocity of this 1, 2 and 3 will get cancelled. So what is left here? 25 into 2 is 2. Okay. So this is a force required to bullet in the position. It is also called recoil force. Okay. It is also called recoil force. Okay. So there are many interesting questions based on the law of conservation of linear momentum. Today we have taken some simple questions based on the equation which we used, F is equal to ma. Now we have taken 2 or 3 sums which uses law of conservation of linear momentum. See, next time we'll have some more question practice based on the law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, why this will be useful to in the your further studies also. So this is all about our lesson number 9 today. See, next time we'll proceed further. Thank you.